Oh, jet black. iPhone 7's got jet black. It looks pretty. It looks very beautiful. I want jet black. I'm not getting space gray. I'm getting jet black, even though space gray is dead. There's just black now. I want jet black. There's a whole lot of things to cover, so let me get as much out of my mouth as I possibly can. Okay, so let me just say the first 30 minutes of this keynote were absolutely filler. We didn't need to know that Nintendo was making a Mario app or that Pokemon Go was coming to the Apple Watch. That's not news. That's just things that exist. You don't need to demo apps at a keynote. Be there for hardware, please. However, once this keynote did get going, it was pretty amazing. So the first piece of hardware they talked about was the Apple Watch Series 2, as they're calling it. Series 2. Okay, I guess that's fine. It's a little harder to say than just 2 or Apple Watch S, but whatever. Design looks essentially the same. I couldn't tell what was different, but the Apple Watch Series 2 looked somehow different than my Apple Watch. I didn't know how. I couldn't pinpoint it. Maybe it was smoother. Maybe it was slightly thinner. I couldn't tell, but there was something different about it. And the big change is it's completely waterproof now, up to 50 meters. So unless you're swimming 150 feet down below the surface, your Apple Watch will not be harmed by water at all, which they ensured in a very cool way. Water gets inside your speaker. On the Apple Watch, the speaker itself shoots it out. I almost wonder if you hear this weird water being shot out of your watch sound, but that the speaker has to make to get the water out. So you just hear the speaker go and then all this water shoots out. You'd be like, wow, Apple Watch is now clean. That would be really cool. They released a Nike specialized Apple Watch Series 2. This new one has a dual core and dedicated graphics, because I need dual core on my smartwatch. Believe it or not, you do actually. It does help with speeding up things. Apps load faster. I'm sure Siri works better. They say there were certain apps they were loading on the Apple Watch Series 2 that could load at 60 frames a second. Wow. I really hope that video mode for the iPhone is supported on that remote app you use for the Apple Watch. That would be cool if you could see what your video looks like on there. Luckily, there was no camera on the Apple Watch, thank God. And there was integrated GPS tracking, so you could leave your phone at home if you wanted to go for a run and be in gym shorts where you can't store your iPhone. Starts at $369 for the Series 2, so not even that much more. $20 extra, barely anything. And the Apple Watch Series 1, they're now calling it, gets a hardware boost, so it's not going out of production. It is now getting a dual-core CPU, and it starts at $269. So the Apple Watch just got way more amazing and even more affordable, so great. And the Apple Watch edition for the Series 2 doesn't seem to show any gold models anymore, so there's no more 18 karat gold. Bummer. Those 3 people will be upset. But there was an Apple Watch made completely out of ceramic material, which is supposed to be way more durable than stainless steel even, and it wasn't crazy expensive. It was like $1,200 versus what they used to be, you know, $10,000, $17,000. It's just really clean white, and that's the edition, and there's only one of them. And luckily the watch bands didn't change. We get to keep our watch bands, thank God. And then of course the main star of the show came out later, the iPhone 7 and iPhone 7 Plus. There is no Pro model. And all that smart connector thing we talked about, seeing the 3 dots at the bottom of the phone, yeah, that never happened. I wonder if that was the canceled iPhone Pro we were hearing about. But that's okay, because jet black. So yeah, there's 5 colors to the iPhone 7. Rose gold, gold, silver, black, not space gray anymore. They just call it black. Thank you for simplifying things, Apple. And jet black, which is just ultra shiny and beautiful, and I want it now. And man, where to start with these phones? There's so many new things. So yeah, headphone jack's gone, no surprise there. However, they are including Lightning headphones in all the iPhone 7s. And if you want to use your own headphones, you can use a Lightning to audio jack adapter that they're including with all iPhone 7s. That's not very Apple-esque. Usually Apple would say, no, you're screwed. You need to go find your own adapter. But this time they're actually including it for free at no extra charge. So that's awesome. And alongside that, they introduced AirPods. AirPods are amazing. So they're basically wireless earpods that do way more. They have a touch surface so that if you double tap them, you can access Siri. And the bottom of these earpods have microphones that can listen to your voice very well and filter out other sound around you. They have a battery life of 5 hours, and that may seem low for some people, but all you got to do is put them in the traveling case they come with. That case wirelessly charges them when you put them in, and they charge fast. Within 15 minutes, you can have 3 hours of audio listening time. That's awesome. Apple also introduced their own version of Bluetooth that works with their devices using this chip called the W1 chip, and it just means when you hold the earpods near your iPhone and you open the lid, a menu shows up on your iPhone immediately that just says, hey, do you want to connect them? And you just hit yes. It's that simple. You don't have to go into settings and find Bluetooth. You don't have to pair them or unpair them. Everything just works together seamlessly. And yeah, the AirPods are expensive. I believe they're like $160, which I get is a lot. However, for what they do, they're quite amazing. They even have infrared sensors in them so that when you take them out of your ears, they'll stop playing. Or you can have one in your ear and it will realize that you just need to have that one playing. Everything's really smart and thought out. And I want those AirPods, whatever they are. So I think given we're getting rid of the headphone headphone jack, everything they gave back to us because they got rid of it makes up for it. AirPods are awesome. Lightning headphones are included and they give more detail and audio. And if you absolutely need that headphone jack, you get a free adapter with a purchase. Well handled, iPhone. There's also stereo speakers, which I was not expecting. So where the headphone jack and microphone used to be, there are now 2 speakers on the bottom of the iPhone 7. And the headset, the earpiece that used to be used when you called the phone, that of course can still be used as an earpiece, but now it blasts audio really loud and you have stereo speakers on your iPhone, one of them being front facing. So they're said to be twice as loud as the iPhone 6s. So that's gonna be cool. Not that I care much about phone speakers. I know you should just use headphones or use a Bluetooth Bose speaker or something that's not a phone speaker, because phone speakers are annoying and loud. But hey, if you absolutely need it, the iPhone now has that. That was a cool unexpected feature. The home button of the iPhone 7 has been redesigned like the MacBook trackpad so that it doesn't actually physically press. It's just the Taptic engine on the inside going off. Cool. Of course, the specs on the inside of the iPhone 7 are the fastest they've ever been with the A10 Fusion chip, whatever that means. It means iPhones have quad cores now and also mini cores on the side so that when you're doing light tasks, those little cores will kick in versus having a quad core do all that hard work for something that's really basic. That's smart. And of course, what I was most in favor of, the new cameras. On the iPhone 7 Plus, you're getting dual cameras, one that's a wide angle, one that's a telephoto, that within the camera app, you can zoom in twice as much and not lose any detail. 12 megapixels still with iPhone's amazing sensors that are improved with the integrated software on the inside to make things in the background blurry and things you want in focus look really crisp. And man, that camera's amazing. I cannot wait to use it. The telephoto, I believe what they said is a 56mm lens, which fun fact, when I'm filming my videos, I zoom in my camera to 56mm. I just checked it before I'm shooting this and it was exactly 56. So when I get the iPhone 7 Plus, I could start filming my videos with it because it would be cropped in correctly. That would be awesome. I just hope the quality doesn't go down. I hope it goes up. If it maintains the same, at least I can airdrop that footage. That'll be great. And even the camera on the regular iPhone 7 that only has one lens has still been drastically improved with image processing. Even though there's not more megapixels, the image still looks way better. And you even get optical image stabilization on the small one now, not just the Plus model. These are all great things. So you're getting a great camera on either iPhone 7. Also, we can finally say we've gotten rid of the 16GB iPhone. There is no 16GB iPhone 7. They even teased it for a second and it really made me mad. Phil was like, now the storage options, no, not those, and then he changed them. It was great. So they start at 32 gigs, which is pretty good. That should be the cheapest one. And then from 32, you go to 128 gigs. That's a lot. That's what I have. I vlog all the time and I don't fill that up. And then all the way up to 256 gigabytes. Yeah, that's awesome. So much space in a phone. I don't know of many other flagships that can do that without having expandable storage on the inside. That's 256 gigs internal. Yeah, I love it. Guess which one I'm getting. So there's so many great things we got at this keynote, even if it took a little time to get going. In the beginning, they added that iWork now has, you know, live editing just like Microsoft and Google already had. So with iWork, they were just playing catch up. I'm fine with that. I'm sure it works great. But yeah, I definitely want to get the iPhone 7 Plus 256 gig version. I'll be getting it as soon as possible. And I think I might have a little money lying around for that Apple Watch Series 2 because it'd be great to be waterproof. And oh yeah, the iPhone 7 is IP67 water resistant and dust resistant. What does that mean? That's what I was thinking. It means in the rain, you're gonna be fine. They don't recommend fully submerging it, but until we have the iPhone 7 ourselves to test underwater, we won't really know how it behaves. But from what I understand, you just don't want to submerge the iPhone 7 in water, but it can really take any kind of spraying, which I think means it'll be okay in the shower to use. I don't know. I'd like to hear some reviews about IP67 stuff. But either way, if you jump in the pool on accident with your phone in your pocket, the assumption is it's not going to kill it now. So great, 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 great. Everything's great. There was no MacBook at the event, but you know what? I'm so excited for the 7. I can wait. I can wait for the MacBook. I'll live. I'll be okay. But yeah, what a great keynote. Could have been shorter though. They didn't need all that stuff at the beginning. It was annoying. Anyway, what did you think of the keynote? I know I've been rambling here. I'm very excited. I'm very pumped, and I hope you'll all enjoy the iPhone 7 if you're getting it as much as I am once it is officially in my hands. This is your Apple Sheep here, obviously, and I will see you in the next one.